The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, Travis d'Arnaud had 3 hits in the contest as the White Sox claimed victory over the A's 3-2. Heading into today, the White Sox sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division. They're 7 games back. The A's sit in 1st place in the American League West Division. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. The Tampa Bay Rays grabbed 13 hits in the game as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 7-4. Right now, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Rangers sit in 2nd place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Orioles swung it well with 15 hits in this one as they got the home victory against the Astros 9-3. As of today, the Orioles are in 3rd place in the AL East. They're 15 games back. The Astros sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Bronx Bombers allowed only 5 hits as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 4-2. At the moment, the Angels sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Yankees are in 4th place in the AL East, 20 games out of 1st. Garrett Richards allowed only 1 earned run pitching into the 9th inning, helping the Brewers push past the Mariners 3-1. Looking at the standings, the Mariners are in 2nd place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of 1st. The Brewers are in 3rd place in the NL Central, 10 games out of 1st. The Cleveland Indians had 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 7-2. Right now, the Indians are in 3rd place in the AL Central, 5 games back. The Blue Jays sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. The Tigers completed the long 4-game sweep as they beat the visiting Red Sox 4-3. They now have 5 straight wins. Heading into today, the Tigers sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, 1 game out of 1st. The Red Sox are leading the AL East. They have a commanding 7.5 game advantage over 2nd. The Kansas City Royals combined for a 4-hitter as they grabbed the win over the visiting Twins 6-1. As of today, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division, 10.5 back. The Twins are atop the division, 1 game ahead of 2nd. The Washington Nationals finished off the 4-game sweep as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-3. At the moment, the Braves sit in last place in the National League East, 20 games out of 1st. The Nationals are 3rd in the division. They're 13.5 out of 1st place. Freddie Freeman plated 3 runs on the day, helping lead the Phillies to a victory over the Cardinals 6-5. Right now, the Phillies are in 4th place in the NL East. They're 17.5 games out of 1st. The Cardinals are atop the NL Central. They have a commanding 7.5 game advantage over 2nd. Corey Knebel earned his 4th win out of the bullpen as the Dodgers pushed past Cincinnati 2-1. Looking at the standings, the Reds sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're 15.5 games out of 1st. The Dodgers sit in 1st place in the National League West Division. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage. Paul Goldschmidt sent 2 into the seats while driving in 6 as the Pirates pushed past the Marlins 20-17. He has now hit safely in 13 straight games. Heading into today, the Pirates sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. They're 7.5 games out of 1st. The Marlins sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division, 8 games out of 1st. Homer Bailey got the W, his 11th this season, as the Cubbies disposed of the Rockies 2-0. At the moment, the Rockies are in last place in the NL West, 14.5 out of 1st. The Cubs sit in 3rd place in the National League Central Division, 10 games out of 1st. The San Diego Padres knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 5-3. As of today, the Padres sit in 2nd place in the National League West Division, 5.5 games back. The Diamondbacks are 3rd in the division, 12.5 games back. The Giants got 12 hits in this one as they got the best of the visiting Mets 4-3. Right now, the Giants are in 4th place in the NL West. They're 13.5 out of 1st place. The Mets are in 1st place in the NL East. They hold a comfortable 8-game advantage. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.